I truly believe in the next 10 years on the Southern High Plains that we are going to see a rapid increase in the number of transitional and organic acres. People all over the world are demanding an organic product, and we've got to be able to provide that for them. If the market wants it, we've got to be able to be the ones that provide that. Farming means everything to my family. We've been on this land for 100 years, and it's provided a livelihood for 4 generations, going on 5 generations now, and farming is just what we do out here. My name is David Warren, and I am a 4th generation cotton farmer between Lamesa and Seminole, Texas. I've got 1,500 acres of organic crops, predominantly cotton. We do have some peanuts and some wheat that we rotate with, and we try to rotate every year to some alternative crop, but this year I happen to be predominantly cotton, and that just changes as markets and weather allow. But usually the small grains crops are a necessary part of our rotation, but aren't super profitable. But we've seen what it's like not to add those into our rotation, and we start getting disease, and small grains crops really do help improve that. You know, I've got to be honest with you. When I first started farming organically, it was purely out of financial gain. I saw higher prices and I thought I can make a profit doing this. But it's funny how I changed after a couple of years, and I could actually see our soil coming back alive without using any kind of commercial fertilizer or pesticides or anything. We're seeing earthworms in our soil, and we've got overall healthier soil on our organic production. And you know that you're not going to get a huge chemical bill to go with that, and B, we're completely safe. I can let my children play out in the field, and I'm not worried about any kind of risk of injury, and I'm not worried about drifting on a neighbor on our organic production. One piece of advice that I would offer anyone who's looking to jump into organic farming is start slow, because I jumped in with both feet and was a little overwhelmed at weed pressure, at insect pressure, and I wish I had started a little bit slower and perfected it on a smaller number of acres before we grew, because I had some growing pains that I would love to forget. But starting small, and the main thing is just stay clean. Never plant into a field if you suspect that there might be a flush of weeds coming. And I would rather delay my planting another 3 or 4 days and cultivate one more time to be sure I'm clean than to plant into a field that might have weed issues, because you will fight it until the bitter end. When you can't use any chemicals at all, you're relying on mechanical weeding. And a lot of times having more cover in the way prevents a good job of tilling. But we're committed to keep working on that and try to make that something that we can go to every year, because we do have lots of water and wind erosion out here, and just shading the ground and adding more organic matter to the ground is so important. If we don't take care of this land and our production continues to decline, there won't be enough profit margin in this to continue farming this land. Farming this stuff conventionally and adding more commercial fertilizers to this ground is not doing nothing but harm the soil. Where we've committed to farm it organically, we're getting better saturation with rainfall than land that we farmed conventionally for 60 years, 100 years, you know. And it really is just a peaceful feeling knowing that we're doing what's right for the environment, and that we have a following of people who are really believing in what we are doing in the way of life and the manner in which we're growing these crops, that are willing to purchase our product. It's a lot of fun, and you feel good about growing it.